it's not nice, but it's
Yeah.
better to do it then than having spent a year and 50 grand on an app or something.
Yeah,
And
because what's the very first step anybody can take?
yeah, so I think a lot of people make the mistake of start building a whole product,
Yeah.
and there might be times when you need to do that. There might need, like I said, a prototype. You might need to do that, but actually, the first thing you need to do, provided it's not something that needs a patent. I mean,
Yeah.
if you've invented a thing and it's a genuine invention, you might need to patent it, and that's tricky because that costs money and takes time. But assuming it's not patentable, the most important thing you can do is get to know people who you think might be customers. Really get to know them. Maybe not selling to them, but actually get to see how their lives are. And I mean, there's a brilliant book on this called The Mum Test, MOM, American spelling
Yeah.
of mum. And it talks about basically asking people about their past and present.
Yeah.
So if you're talking to a prospective customer, forget selling anything to them for the time
Get to
being.
know them.
Get to know them and ask them how they accomplish certain things. How do you solve that problem today? And they'll probably tell you, well, we use this piece of software or this widget, or we do it manually on a spreadsheet or whatever. And then you say, so how does that work for you? And you want to get the emotive stuff out. You want them to go, you know what, it's actually really frustrating and it takes me hours to do my job and my boss isn't happy. And you want to listen. You want to be almost like a therapist to your customer at that point and ask them, well, how does that feel for you? Yeah, really frustrating. Have you ever looked at any other products that might solve this sort of thing? And maybe they'll name a rival product that you haven't heard of, or maybe they'll tell you about something that works but's frustrating for them. But if you really get to know their pain points, you get to learn things, and you may discover things that you yourself hadn't thought of. So additional feature ideas, or maybe you're going on the wrong track and some of the features you thought of aren't quite what they need. But if you really get to know customer, to answer your question, I would suggest that somebody who's got an idea should aim to speak to maybe 50 people who they think might ultimately be customers, and really get to know, make sure that they're all selling the same thing. If 50 people all give 50 different answers, you probably haven't got a focused idea. But
Yeah.
if even like half of them give a very strong indication that
Yeah,
you're onto something
yeah.
there, then you progress maybe to the next stage, which might be building something.
Yeah.
So socializing your idea, I think,
Important, yeah.
is the first thing to do. If you're getting absolute negative kickback, you've got to listen to that. And it's not nice, but it's
Yeah.
better to do it then than having spent a year and 50 grand on an app or something.
Yeah,
And
because
that can save an awful lot of heartbreak and time and money waste.